Godzilla, King of the Monsters, and Godzilla vs. Kong featured a clash of titans that's hard to beat, with the titular giant facing off against King Ghidorah, Rodan, and Kong respectively. But things could get even more epic in Godzilla 3. Legendary Entertainment and Warner Brothers have been slowly building up a shared universe called the Monsterverse, inhabited by Toho's most famous kaiju, also King Kong. While Godzilla 3 hasn't officially been announced, King of the Monsters was followed up by the Monster Mash movie Godzilla vs. Kong. Following the film's events and the way it left things with the scaly monster, another Godzilla sequel seems likely. So the question today is, who could be the monster villain in Godzilla 3? Any guesses? Well, welcome to Factaholic, the one-stop monster content channel. And don't forget to hit that like button. King of the Monsters reveals that at least 17 titans exist in the Monsterverse, with the movie focusing specifically on 3. King Ghidorah, who is Godzilla's greatest adversary in classic Toho movies, proves to be a significant challenge to Godzilla, and after 3 brutal battles is finally defeated, while Rodan survives to accept Godzilla as the new alpha. Mothra dies after fighting with Rodan and sacrificing her life force to save Godzilla. There are several other titans in King of the Monsters, but none from the Toho movies. Godzilla's next fight was with King Kong in 2020/2021's Godzilla vs. Kong. Well, this was the only other remaining film on Warner Brothers' slate for the Monsterverse. More installments could be announced in the near future. If Godzilla 3 does happen, it could see the newly crowned King of the Monsters face off against another Toho fan favorite, or even engage in a rematch against King Ghidorah, but with a twist. Here are the monsters we expect for Godzilla 3. GIGAN. One of the most talked about monsters for a potential Godzilla 3 is the cyborg alien GIGAN. King of the Monsters director Mike Dougherty has listed GIGAN as one of his favorite Toho monsters who he'd like to use in Godzilla 3 if given the chance. Like Ghidorah, GIGAN is a visitor from another world, so his Toho origin could be carried over into the Monsterverse. There's a good reason why GIGAN is such a popular choice for Godzilla 3. In his debut movie, Godzilla vs. GIGAN, it was he and not King Ghidorah who made Godzilla bleed for the first time ever. With hooked blades on his hands and feet and a circular saw on his stomach, GIGAN was able to do massive damage to Godzilla in their first meeting. GIGAN's savage, unrelenting beating of Godzilla in Godzilla vs. GIGAN was unprecedented at the time, and rarely, if ever, has any monster pushed Godzilla to the edge in the way that GIGAN did. Even King of the Monsters actor O'Shea Jackson has called GIGAN by far the worst thing possible. BIOLLANTE. GIGAN isn't the only villain Dougherty says he'd love to include in Godzilla 3. The director has also brought up the mutated, plant-like creature that Godzilla battled in 1989's Godzilla vs. BIOLLANTE. This was the villain's first and only appearance. Of all Godzilla characters, BIOLLANTE is perhaps the most interesting in terms of how she was created. The DNA of a dead woman merged with a rose and some of Godzilla's cells to create BIOLLANTE. BIOLLANTE evolved from a giant rose to a powerful tentacle monster that towered over even Godzilla himself. For several years, BIOLLANTE held the record as the largest Toho monster. As Dougherty's pointed out, BIOLLANTE is an example of what happens when humanity tries to tamper with nature. If the Monsterverse uses some version of BIOLLANTE's 1989 origin, the character could be the Monsterverse's first man-made titan. King Ghidorah. Thanks to Godzilla's burning form, King Ghidorah was destroyed at the end of King of the Monsters, but the movie's post-credits scene opened the door to Monster Zero's return. Ghidorah's head, lost in the Mexico fight, was recovered and sold on to Jonah Allen, Charles Dance. Clearly, he has some plans for the former alpha. This wouldn't be the first time Ghidorah rose from the grave. In 1991's Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, Godzilla killed his ultimate nemesis, but he was rebuilt into Mecha King Ghidorah. With a cyborg body and a metal head, King Ghidorah was once again a threat to Godzilla. What's interesting about Mecha King Ghidorah is that he was actually utilized as a force for good, though not of his own volition. Under the control of the humans, Mecha King Ghidorah was sent to stop one of Godzilla's rampages, making this a huge role reversal for the two characters. However, this sort of role reversal is unlikely to be repeated in Godzilla 3, since the ones engineering Ghidorah's returns won't have the same good intentions as the characters in the 1991 movie. Considering the advanced technology that exists in the Monsterverse, it does seem possible that Jonah, with the help of other scientists, could find a way to restore Ghidorah. The Orca could serve as a way of controlling Ghidorah, which would make Jonah and his organization of eco-terrorists even more dangerous than they were in King of the Monsters. So that was all, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and don't forget to hit the like button. Peace.